Okay. Last session, we left off. The five of you were making your way towards Lady Robin Castell's estate in the wood, in the nearby woodlands of Secret Woods. Um, been making her way down the road for a while now. Vaelan is currently in the carriage, looking through the book of botany as she is trying to find any further information to help them on Slanga's quest. Slanga, you and Pickle riding on your shoulder, or sit or walking next to you, whichever you decide. Um, I'll see this down. Um, Either walking with you or walking or on your shoulder by your side. You are kind of taking the lead as you're walking towards like in front of the carriage, kind of a little bit beside Dandelion, kind of leading the way down the single kind of dirt road that's heading north up to where you were led to. Um, Opal, I believe that you would also kind of fit your way into the back of the carriage as well to do the reading as well as talk about the book with Vaelan. So you
Yes.
find yourself in the carriage as well, though there is not quite a whole lot of room.
I imagine it's like Opal's taking up most of the space and I'm just like sitting on the back.
Yeah, like kind of like legs
Legs out.
hanging off or hanging off. Yeah. Cordelia, you are keeping pace behind as you um kind of watch as Opal and Vaelan were like are in your carriage and like kind of looking at this book. You're just keeping nearby to
Okay.
ensure that nothing's going on in the inside of your carriage while you're not in it. And Korinn, you find yourself at the front as well, kind of leading the way with Slanga. Kind of on the left side of Dandelion, so kind of a formation of Cordelia at the back, Slanga and Corrin at the front, and then Opal and Vaelan in the carriage. Um, yeah. Let's start with um Corrin. Um, Corrin, this journey's been very stressful so far. You've not really had much moment of rest or reprieve. And in this moment of walking down the road, you hear the dirt underneath your boots. Well, do you wear boots or
I think it's probably just
probably just
clothes.
claw? Your claws kind of scrape against the dirt as you're walking down this path, and what comes to your mind as you're finally on a on a path to complete something to try to work towards your goals, but you still feel so far away from them. There's so much riding on your shoulders. How do you feel?
Um, Heavy,
Absolutely.
but also a little hopeful that this will work out and that I'll actually be like on the way to doing what I need to do for my family.
Right.
Um, yeah.
What do you think Corrin is hoping to get out of this first mission with this strange party that you have accumulated?
Um, just getting it done as quickly as possible, but also as cleanly as possible, where no one gets hurt. Is
Hmm.
kind of the goal.
What is Corrin thinking now that there's this strange plan, or not plan, deal kind of that you have with Vaelan to keep her safe?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. Um, yeah, just considering my options.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything that is kind of coming to the forefront of Corin's mind at the moment, or is it something you'd like to keep down low?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
absolutely. Um, do you say anything as you're kind of walking up front with Sangha right off to the side?
So I know that we mentioned that I recognized the cloak. I
Yes.
think what we can do like above table, uh, for that to kind of piece it together is she's probably going to mention her family name specifically
Mhm.
to Lady Castell at some point. So I vaguely recognize it, but I can't place it yet, I think.
Right. Yeah.
And I will place it as soon as she tries to use her privilege with Lady Castelli,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I was just going to say so we'll say that Korinn is thinking about the cloak that
Mhm.
Vaelan wears and the symbol that lies upon it.
Yeah, trying to search my mind.
Roll me a history check because as it is familiar, you're not quite sure where to place it, but you know you've seen it somewhere, not just on Vaelan.
Ooh, what is that? 18. 18 plus 2, so it's a 20.
Unnatural 20. So
Fun.
you feel like a pang in your heart as it finally comes to you. The last time that you saw this symbol was the last time that you saw your family. And though majority of the soldiers that were taking your people into cuffs, putting the dragon into shackles and into cages, you remember the leader, or at least someone with importance, was wearing the same colors and the same crest as Vaelan. You don't know who. Some older white gentleman, but it that is where that is where you recognize that from. You don't know the connection, but as you're walking down this dirt path, it finally
Mm-hmm.
that's where I saw
Mm. Spooky. I don't think I would say anything, but I definitely think it would be really way.
it. Oh,
Spam call.
okay. Damn spam.
Spam. Wait.
That's not canned.
But I don't think I would say anything yet
Lovely.
because we're just about to interact. But trust as soon as we're alone. I'm trying to write a little thing.
um, yeah. You're also walking up the front of this trail, um, or of this caravan, almost small one, but small caravan. Um, you finally have the first leg of your journey started. You have a group. You are not alone. Selva entrusted you with this mission, and you have completed the first goal that you set out to do. This is big. You have having this be the first step in a what seems like a very important quest for your warden dragon Selva. It feels great. What is running through Slanga's head as this kind of like dawns on them as they're kind of leading the pack, Korinn on their left, Dandelion pulling the carriage, and you can kind of hear the hops of Cordelia as she's trying to keep up behind the carriage.
I am excited that this, pretty, in my mind, and pretty difficult and, kind of mysterious quest I've been given is beginning.
Right.
But as that happens, like the weight of the responsibility is like, oh crap, now is when like the actual hard part is going to start. So I'm like very laser focused on like I'm very laser focused on trying to make sure like that this next like getting to Lady Castell's house and like the quest that we're trying to go on like succeed. So I'm eyes wide open, focused right now.
Right. Do you say anything as you and Corinne have been walking up the front for a little, like a few minutes in silence? Um, does Slanga say anything or just continues to walk quietly?
I don't think I'm saying anything. I think I'm more, looking for any important landmarkers, like trying to see if there's like anything useful around that, like could be supplies
Okay.
or,
Just kind of keeping your eyes
yeah.
on the road,
Mm-hmm.
out, kind of looking out for things. Okay.
Yeah.
Make
Mm-hmm.
me a perception check.
Okay.
You're up there, and I'll say since you're up there with Corin, we'll give you with advantage.
Okay.
So you're kind of like
Well,
up there.
and then I add my modifier.
So roll it twice
Sorry,
and
roll
take the
twice.
higher roll, and then you
Okay.
add your modifier.
So
So
12
plus your
plus
perception
8
modifier.
is 20.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's go. Look, Zevin's got high wisdom. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Wait, do you have like expertise.
Yeah, I have perception twice. I have
Wow.
proficiency twice on my perception.
Wait,
Yeah.
proficiency twice
Or
or
I
expertise?
it says proficiency and then it says X or then I wrote
What's the
PE
ability?
next to it. What do you mean? What is the ability? Is it
Over
prime?
here.
So like, like,
PE.
what is giving you the two times?
Oh, it might primal. Wait, let me see.
Is it the primeval
Yeah, it
awareness?
might be primal awareness.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Hmm.
I just couldn't remember what.
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't have that written
I
down,
know.
but I think that's what's causing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. We'll look
Mhm.
further into it later. So looking around, you don't see any like there's like a few smaller houses kind of in the farmland off to the
Mhm.
left. There's you see a few hills in the background as you're starting to kind of make it more into like a less flat plains area,
Mhm.
and to your right, the forest is kind of sparse in the close land right by the road. But as you like go further away from the road, it kind of starts to thicken up and like maybe like 100, 200 yards like into the forest. Like it's dense. You
Mhm.
can't see through it. There's nothing through there. And you know that you're not necessarily nearby the estate quite yet. You're about, I would say, halfway there, as you've made about an hour's journey at this point. Um, but uh, you do see something kind of glint off in the wood, like past the sparse trees and into the thicket. Not too far into the forest, you see something kind of metallic on the ground and just glinting through the leaves and foliage.
Hmm. How far away did you say?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so like right as the forest kind of gets sparse, I would say maybe like 100 yards away from you,
Mm-hmm.
you you can kind of see where this is. Small, the glint of the sun kind of catches
Just
it the right
barely.
way,
Mm-hmm.
and you notice like that's not normal for nature. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's something metallic. That's something metal. That's not
Okay.
that seems out of place.
Okay. So I turn to Corinne. I'm like, Corinne, did you see that? Something over there, like right in the something glinted over there at the like you said the edge
Yeah, at the edge of the
of the
forest.
forest.
And they point out, and
Mm-hmm.
you were also able to see this glinting and
Mm-hmm.
kind of metallic bit sticking out of the foliage, but from where you are, your distance, you just can't see what it is.
Hmm.
Do you know what it is? Should we go investigate?
Do you stop the carriage?
Mm-hmm.
Do you stop traveling, or do you continue?
I mean, how far away is it? Could they keep going while we go and investigate, or maybe just I would?
Depends.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk to the rest of your party.
Mm-hmm. I think I converse with the like I let. Mm-hmm.
So we'll say like you kind of bring Dandelion to a slow, and
Mm-hmm.
then you'll make your way around the other side of the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, meanwhile, prior to this happening, um, Opal and Vaelan find yourselves inside of the carriage, and Cordelia hopping along, kind of within conversational distance as well. Just kind of keeping around. What kind of discussion is going on, or what kind of conversation is happening as the three of you are just kind of making the back end of the formation as you guys are being led there? Again, this is like almost an hour into this ride. You know that you have a little ways to go, but
Valen seems worried, stressed even. But she's not really talking much. She just very
kind of looking for the book.
and is like spacing out, clearly thinking of something.
1 second. Thank you.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Continue.
Opal is also gonna be kind of quiet. She's looking through well, she did the tarot reading, so she's like putting them back in her bag and taking the book back out to like look at the map and see where they're at.
Really quick, could you tell me what the cards were?
Yes.
That because I forgot to write this.
They were the moon reversed and the empress reversed.
And what was that? Clarity. Uh,
Yeah, the moon
what
reversed
clarity was
The
or
moon
the clarity
reversed.
was Empress. Was it Moon reversed and then Clarity Empress
yes.
reversed?
So the
Okay.
moon reversed was like, what is it? And then I was like, well, I need more information than that clarity question.
Right.
The Empress.
So Moon is what is it?
The moon reversed is illusion and deception, and it can mean either clarity from confusion or worsening confusion.
Right.
But it's about confusion.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Um,
Perfect. I just wanted to have that written down real quick. All right. So yeah, so Opal's kind of keeping to herself as well as just picking up her tarot cards.
Definitely. I mean, okay, above the table,
Hmm.
she's not sad enough. So we're about to. I feel like
She's not
you
sad
kind
enough.
of know kind of what happened and why she is here.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like I haven't played into that.
Totally.
She's not sad.
So I
like,
think that she's
yeah.
just like sitting there shuffling the cards through her hands, and in her head she's thinking about the reading and about it warning of confusion and maybe overbearing forces. And this reminds her of a reading that she'd done previously, that was equally catastrophic. More catastrophic, truly. And it was recent too. And it lingers in her brain, and she is thinking of working for um as a scribe,
Hmm.
and how Lady Castile likely employs a scribe as well,
Hmm.
given her status.
Right.
um and she's just thinking about the last time that she was schmoozing with people, and there's a profound sense of like fear there. So she's kind of like locked up, just kind of thinking about all those things in her head.
Yes. Vaelan, I think you would notice this. Like, you don't know Opal very well, but this quiet, kind of reserved bit has been non-characteristic of Opal's attitude in the past day or so.
She's been relatively outgoing
Yeah.
in the last day, so.
I think I also want to say Cordelia is within conversational distance as well, and
Yeah.
would more than likely know this or notice this as well. Would Cordelia be trying to make any sort of conversation or?
I feel like this is about where she'd tune in and be like, "So, I know nothing about y'all. Is there anything to you other than cards? Is there anything to you other than snark?"
Preach, Cordelia. Preach.
Trust me, back in my day, me too, but
Vaelan,
It's like,
Vaelan takes it as a little bit of a compliment. And she's like, oh, there's plenty to me. Just give it time.
uh Opal like snaps out of it a little bit, and she like quickly like puts the cards down in her little bag, and she turns around and she's like, well, what would you like to know?
what do you love, dear? I mean, your nose is always, or maybe not nose, beak. Your beak's always in those cards. Is there anything else?
Well, I'm a trained scribe. I certainly like to read and to write, although I haven't had much time or access to those materials as of late.
Is that stressing you out?
It certainly can, yes, in its own ways.
You seem like a very high-strung individual.
It comes with the territory. You know, working with nobles can be very stressful.
Absolutely, and that's why I have found ways to mitigate that stress. You've seen it in action.
Well, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like she'd just kind of be like, well, we still have a lot to this day. What do y'all think will happen with this journey?
Well, initially my plan was to complete what I'm doing and then go somewhere. But since I am now in a new kind of pact that I wasn't expecting, really just depends which one ends first, my deal or my mission.
Okay, cryptic. How about you, dear?
Sorry, could you repeat the question? And that's in character.
Mhm.
What do you plan on doing after all this? Like, what do you want to do?
I would like to see a bit more of the world, I think.
Well, then, I'll help you with that journey as best as I can, dear.
I should show you around my hometown. The beaches are beautiful, crystal white sand, and even the rivers that run through the city. There's these gondolas. It's really nice at sunset.
Oh, I fear I'm not much of a fan of the water.
Can't swim?
I can swim. We are all taught it as little hatchlings, but the water, it holds dark memories for me.
Well, I'm sure I can find many other places that would better suit your interests. There's a beautiful grand library.
Ooh, and that
Eyebrows raised.
Feathers ruffled.
She's like, okay.
okay. Also looking for an opportunity. She said, "How'd you tell?"
I was often brought there growing up, tutoring, that sort of thing. It was often against my free will, but even as a child, I was awestruck by the architecture, the sun shining through the windows, shelves that seemed endless.
Seems like a dream almost. And you, Cordelia, what do you wish from this travel?
I just want to see where it goes. In my old age, I don't have many things for me, but
Well, it's always interesting to see something new, I suppose. Teach an old hare new tricks.
Old hair nutrient.
aha.
Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah.
Yes, you're fine.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, now. Well, now we do need that one.
I still can't remember them either. Yeah.
You can put tape under them and label them.
That is true. That is true.
Someone did that at our apartment.
Let's go. Let's go. So, I'm sorry. Where were we?
Opal was
Old hair new
teasing
tricks.
Yes.
Cordelia.
Old hair, new tricks. Um, Cordelia, you've traveled a lot,
Mhm.
and having or traveling with a purpose is actually not something that you're used to. And traveling with a purpose, especially one that could be as dangerous as dealing with goblins, though you've dealt with your fair share of things in the past, you've always been by yourself. You've always had to kind of pull yourself up by the bootstraps, for lack of a better term, and really work hard to keep yourself where you're at. How does it feel to not feel alone?
I think she's definitely kind of just like quietly taking in the information of like the crew and kind of getting used to them, but is holding her tongue for the most part, just seeing where the wind takes her for now.
Right. But how does she feel about being alone?
I feel like she'd be used to the fact. She'd still like want to seek things, which I think is why she makes such a connection with like the other shopkeep and stuff. But I think she really just has gotten used to relying on the comfort of her old mule for so long that she is a little unnerved by the change of scenery.
Does she feel at all frightened by like a group of monsters?
I think she'd feel a little safer having backup, especially with at least 2 people who seem like experienced warriors.
Right. Okay. And at this point, the carriage kind of like slowly comes to a stop, and for seemingly no reason, and then Slanga and Korinn have stopped and come to the back.
Sorry to stop the carriage so suddenly, but me and Corinn noticed a glinting almost of metal right in the clearing, about 100. Did you say feet or yards?
100 yards.
100 yards.
It's like right
Mhm.
inside the edge of the
Right
forest.
past the edge of the forest and in front of us.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
kind of like
think?
point off to the side. You
Yeah.
point it out,
Mhm.
and after it being pointed out, you all can kind of see.
Mhm.
Like some of you it takes a little longer to really see that little tiny piece, but the sun will hit it just right at the
Mhm.
right angle, and you see that little piece of metal off in the distance.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I think we should investigate. It could be. I don't know. It could be. I think it's worth investigating. But
Vaelan very readily just sits up and gets out of the carriage and is like, all right then, let's go check it out.
what's something to do?
Yes.
Uh, Opal's like stuck down and like seeing the thing.
Well, we could get Opal to fly overhead and see if she can see what it is.
Do you say that?
You got wings?
Mhm.
Want to use?
You say it like that.
honestly,
She's
Did you say? I do have wings. We'll use this.
how often does Opal fly?
Not particularly frequently. I suspect that she did do a decent amount of flying.
like flight training.
Yes, flight training.
Oh yeah, at home.
At home, and but when she was with the previous people,
I
she
feel like
didn't do much
Yeah, I
flying.
feel like it would have been a little like unprofessional to be flying everywhere.
Yeah,
And so like with everyone being like generally like humanoid, non-flying creatures, you just kind of went with what everyone else did.
yeah. And then, well, she's done a lot of flying recently, but
Oh.
Good.
she
You're in
might
shape.
be a little like sore, honestly, from which is otherwise I'm okay with.
Mhm.
But yeah, she's like, okay, well, all right, if you say so. And so she's gonna like drop her bag, like put any kind of things that might fly off
Yeah.
while flying down, and then she's going to, step back a little bit so she can get some room to push off the ground.
All right. What's your fly speed?
My fly speed is 30 feet.
Okay, cool. So kind of back up, get your wings kind of ruffled out. They're usually kind of like kept within your robes and
Yeah.
everything. So getting your flight feathers out, making sure everything is like nice and like kept down,
Yeah.
and you take like a few beats to really get yourself off the ground, but soon your hollow body, your very lightweight frame is lifted off the ground as you start to fly up and over towards the forest.
Yeah.
How do you go about investigating this? Do you just immediately go down and check it out?
Well, she's likely going to stay like. How tall are the trees around us? He
Um,
said.
I wouldn't say massive. And I would say
And is there like a clear path
20
for trees? Like the path got cut and there's like
no.
no.
So the way it's kind of set up, there's like a couple of there's like kind of the edge of the forest,
Okay.
and it's like sparse, like it's like sparse, and then it kind of gets thicker as it goes towards the center of the wood.
Yeah.
And like it gets really dense whenever you're like looking into the forest.
Okay.
But like as you get closer, it's like maybe 10 or 20 feet into like the like where it's starting to get thick
Mm-hmm.
of the forest, and that's where it is, kind of at the base.
Okay.
You can still see it kind of through the trunks and through the canopy. Oh my god.
Did she climb up on you?
I picked her up.
Oh,
I was expecting her to get down.
that's what you love.
Shoulder is her favorite spot. If you don't put her down, she will not want to go down. She
She saw her opportunity and took it.
took it. Yeah. I love it. I love it. What a sweetie.
I had to show you. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
No, you're okay.
that's her kisses. The literally. She's such an angel. And of course, if you want to go cuddle with her, you're more than welcome. She absolutely would love it. We shall see. We shall see.
No.
So, you kind of see it like a little bit through the canopy, and like about like 20 or so feet into the wood, yeah,
Okay.
into like the forest area, underneath some
Would it be
leaves.
within one flight action
Like
to reach above it?
yeah. Well, like we're not in any sort of turnaround, so like you can fly wherever you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna like
Have to use detect magic.
I that's a good question. I have it written down. Give me one sec. I'm sorry.
So I would say, are you at like the edge of the forest, like still in the air right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of like
Like kind
up in the air, like circling the area a little bit.
Make a perception check as you kind of gotten yourself closer now to the thing. You're not close to it.
18?
18 plus.
18 plus 2, so a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
During 20s everywhere, guys. I rolled like nothing but unnatural 20, which is crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is
I
kind of
was
crazy.
not expecting.
Oops, 2. Oh, unnatural 20. Okay.
Roll the dice. She's dirty.
Whoops.
So detect magic to answer your question. It uses an action, and I can see a faint aura. I don't have to touch it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I do have to
it
be
is,
within range.
it is a spell slot. What's the range?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Within 30
duration,
feet of
within 30
you.
feet.
If you sense magic this
30
way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around
can
any
circle.
visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Right.
Yeah.
So I will say first of all, so with your 20 perception, you looking down into the foliage, your eyes like kind of like you have very good vision.
Yes.
Surprisingly enough with your glasses, but you have very good vision from afar.
Yes, from afar.
You see like the spike of a bear trap, like some sort of trap sticking out
Okay.
of the grass, but it's like kind of or like of the leaves and the foliage. It's lightly covered with sticks and grass, but like just one spike is kind of like poking out of one side.
Okay. Bear trap.
Slay. Come on back. Come back for.
Yeah. See it. I'm gonna be like, all right, and then I'm gonna circle back to come and land behind the caravan.
Okay.
Just I'll slow down. I kind of like settle on the ground, and I'm like, well, it looks to be a animal trap of some kind.
I wonder if the lady is placing them for the goblins that she's.
Or maybe the goblins placed their trap.
Regardless, I think we should go talk to the lady.
Shall we go with those?
Okay. So you all kind of gather back into the carriage, and you guys kind of continue your formation. Is there any other conversation that like is at the top of the forefront of your characters' minds as you continue on your journey?
We should definitely be careful about more of our traps.
Yeah, I definitely think like now that everyone saw it, Opal might stay out actually.
Okay.
Just kind of she's light enough that I think she could sit on top of the caravan.
Yeah, you could sit on top, no problem. Yeah.
So she kind of just like hops up there to keep an eye out.
Heck yeah. So you're just gonna be keeping a lookout from the top of the carriage. Vaelan, do you continue to stay in the carriage and
No,
read, or do you gonna stay outside?
Vaelan, almost anxiously is like moving pretty fast and is probably like either like up with whoever is in front of the party right now or past them.
Like taking the front.
Yeah.
You want to take the lead?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you take the lead. Right in front of Korinn and Slanga.
She's like looking around for more traps, um,
Okay.
but also absent-minded.
So we'll say she's actively looking for things physically in the space with her eyes, with her mind focused
Yes.
on like what's around. Okay. What is Cordelia doing in this moment?
I think she's
She
definitely.
back in Barrett. I'm sorry.
I think she's definitely kind of moving more towards the front too, since everyone's kind of towards the front, and just like constantly peeking around the path just to make sure that there isn't any more traps or anything that could harm the party.
Right. Okay. Korn and Slanga kind of right behind Vaelan. Anything going through your heads as you kind of take this new formation? Everyone's seems a lot more active about looking for traps. Um,
I have my eye on Vaelan because that's the one thing that I can't stop thinking about. The bear trap was just like
A thing.
a thing in a line of something much bigger. Um, yeah,
okay.
disdain and disgust.
Vaelan, roll on a perception check.
Not great. 2.
Yeah. Not great. Only wisdom save.
That be D20?
Correct.
Oh shit. 13.
13.
Did you take that from your saving throws or from your regular skills?
Oh.
Yeah, saving throws can be different.
Oh. 15.
15. Okay.
Why do you do the saving throws?
Depends.
I mean, why in that case was
I'm
that?
not gonna tell you.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I can't tell you, unfortunately.
Okay, got it. That answered my question.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just happen at the DM's request.
Yeah.
Got it.
Usually because you are trying to save from an effect of some sort.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be a spell. Sometimes it can be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even if like you're like say like you're falling and you're trying to catch yourself, that would be a dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
How quickly can you react to catch yourself as you're falling?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. But in this case, it's going to be something different. Different kind of effect. You don't see anything that hops out at you as you're traveling down the path. You hear your boots crackling the gravel in the dirt as you're walking forward. And you're kind of near, like the forest is kind of closer to you as the trail slowly becomes encapsulated by the forest. You guys have now made your way into the forest. And as you've entered this uh like deep foresty area and start to make your way deeper in along this trail, you feel something tug the back of your mind. And then you feel the tug again. Goes quick.
Okay.
And you kind of feel this anxiety and then this lifted.
All right. Vaelan went from anxious to on edge. On top of it not really being a woodsman, and then feeling something different, and then overall anxieties of going to see Lady Castell. She she like holds on tightly to the sword at her side and has put her hand on the handle, but hasn't drew it yet. Have fun, I'm so sorry for being loud.
We're just playing a board game.
It's okay. So have fun.
Thank you.
She knows the effect this weapon tends to have, and she is contemplating on using that to her advantage.
As you all are walking, you guys have made it into the forest. Korinn, you've been watching Vaelan very closely, and you see this happen. You see what's seemingly some sort of shift in Vaelan's demeanor as she grips her sword at her side tightly. And the five of you continue down the road. It takes another 30, maybe 45 minutes of walking as you're getting deeper and deeper into the forest. It's not dark necessarily, but much more shaded as the canopy is a lot thicker as you have made it further into the wood, and the sun kind of like barely shines through some portions, and then some portions it opens up into kind of a small clearing before it closes back up again. And like it feels almost like a hike, like at this point, but you still have like the rolling of the wheels from the carriage behind you. Um, and the terrain is starting to get steeper, like not like crazy, but like you're like kind of making your way uphill. And Cordelia, you even hear Dandelion just going,
Oh,
and he's slowing down, he's struggling.
Stop.
Lord.
All right, dears. I think it's time for a break. My poor boy can't go much further.
Yeah, move up, and Dandelion, he's got like a little bit of drool coming from his
Oh.
mouth, and he's just like head hanging low, just kind of slowly bringing up his not his paws, his hooves. They slowly comp on the ground, and as soon as you're like, okay, boy, and you like give him a pat on the side, he just like lets out a sigh.
Do y'all think it's a good time for a lunch break?
Lunch? Who are you eating?
Don't worry about that one.
Who are you?
And then she gives you a little wink.
Vaelan has stopped walking, but still like a good couple paces ahead. They're still looking around.
And I would say, like, knowing you're about to come into a break, Cordelia, you move the carriage kind of off to the side. At this point, Opal, you can hop off if you'd like. Um, everyone's kind of coming together, getting a little camp together for a short rest. Vaelan, you find yourself a couple paces away from the camp as everyone's kind of slowing down, making their way in there. Um, what is she doing in this moment?
Um, I think she starts whistling.
What kind of whistle?
Some song that she remembers hearing in a tavern long ago. I think she can barely recollect, but she just starts.
So it's whistling like a little tavern tune, just off
Yeah.
by herself.
She plays it off as just like a bored thing to do, but
Kind of like leaning against a tree, just kind of acting nonchalant.
Mhm.
Is she facing the party?
No, she's looking out to the woods.
Okay.
Move her to the table. Crazy work whistling in the woods. Crazy, crazy work.
She's testing something.
Yeah.
Definitely testing something.
Testing someone's patience.
What is everyone doing as we're kind of like gearing down for a little rest? What is everyone's like rest mode?
I'll probably sit and sharpen the blade on my great sword
Okay.
and my lance.
Yeah, kind of like eating on a couple of like little snacks. I don't think anyone's lost health at this point. I do want to discuss really quick before we continue what would happen during a short rest, real quick, just to be aware of the rules. During short rests, first of all, Vaelan reclaims any spell slots that she's used because she's a warlock. No one else would regain spell slots during short rests. Only warlocks do. And you can also do like spend hit points to heal yourself, or not hit points, hit dice to heal yourself. That is another way that you guys have access to healing, so keep that in mind. If you take a short rest, you do have access to your healing hit dice. The only thing is that your hit dice will only replenish half on a long rest, so keep that in mind.
So if you have three, it would give you
So
one back.
so say you had 3
Mhm.
and you used all of them in a day.
Mm-hmm.
On your next short rest, you would get 2 back.
Two back. It
Yeah.
rounds up.
And then say the next day
Then-
you use, or say that day you used 1 and you still have 1 left over when you go to bed. You wake up, you have all three back.
Mm.
So it goes like that.
Cool.
All right. What does Opal do during this rest as Dandelion is catching his breath and eating on some grass over in the corner?
Good question.
Let me go back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do.
I suppose I'm just looking at the different wildlife that is surrounding us. I'm seeing if there's anything edible, if there's anything useful that I could put in my pack or
Yeah.
into cart. So like,
Do you have an ability that says you can get like edible forageables from nature?
no, I can talk to plants.
You can talk to plants.
Mhm,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
but nothing that
I-
says like collect stuff. I'm just
Okay.
in character, I guess.
I feel like there was a ranger ability that may have led to that. So, but I'm not.
I don't think. I mean, I didn't write down any of my ranger specific abilities, but nothing
You didn't
in
write
the
down
stuff.
any of your ranger.
I mean, I wrote them down. I just didn't write down what they did. But none of the ones here say or have. I just read through them and
Mhm.
like online, and none of them say
Oh,
anything like that.
okay, cool. Then in that case,
Mhm.
I'll just have you roll a survival check as you're kind of looking around and find some stuff to munch on. Like, are you looking for like small like snack like?
Yeah, snack like
Okay,
stuff.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
berries,
Yeah.
edible mushroom, things like
Yeah.
that.
13.
13? Okay. You are not able to find very many, but you are able to find a few like red berries that you do deem as edible.
Yeah.
But it's only like a handful.
Yeah, it's not.
So
I mean, I eat those. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
yeah, you take those, you eat on them in like the
This is
20,
purely for
30
story
minutes.
in my head.
Exactly.
And then I also let Pickle free, and he is scrounging around looking for shiny things,
Yeah,
and
he's like-
also things that he deems valuable.
Right.
So
He's like digging around
shiny
in the
things,
grass.
cool rocks, and
Yeah.
playing with the stick.
He actually finds a little lizard like along the like face of a tree, and you notice as you're looking for berries, he starts like circling the tree as the lizard is like crawling up and around. He starts to go and he like starts to climb the tree as well. Do you just let him go on his business?
Hunting.
Yeah, he's hunting. He's hunting.
I'm paying attention to him, but he's
course.
he's free. Yes.
Yeah.
He's not no longer in timeout.
Right. And he's just going along playing around with this little lizard. Cordelia, what is Cordelia's rest look like?
I think she's definitely hanging closer to Dandelion, just making sure that he's good, he's golden, checking her wares, just making sure that she's checked, and then
Yeah.
she'll probably find something to eat within whatever she has.
Do you take the harness off of Dandelion during his rest, or do you kind of leave him in the harness?
I don't think she would let him out of his harness in like the middle of the woods.
Okay, gotcha. So he's still attached to the carriage. It's kind of often Mary where you can munch on some grass and you can.
Yeah.
What is Opal doing right
She probably like stepped back into the back of the caravan to
Yeah.
grab another book.
now? Okay, which one is she going?
I don't think she'd go for the field guide first. I think that she'd probably go for that blue hardback, the one about magical and medicinal herbs and plants.
Okay, and you know
Seems
they're kind of
That feels
more up her alley.
Okay. Just kind of reading through those.
Yeah, she's looking for things that kind of fit the description of what she was given. So plants that are red, possibly, um, and maybe cross-referencing that. I mean, I'm like role playing, doing studying, but she's like cross-referencing plants with their locations and
Right.
looking at the map in the other book to try and
Trying to see if you can find. Well, first of all,
Yeah.
we'll say first you're trying to find anything that
Yes.
align with.
So anything that like needs to be stored in a container, or anything that's red, or anything that like has one of the elements.
Well, the plant is not red, or at least we don't know what it's.
Well,
It's
she's
just
thinking
it's just the medicinal part that
they
is.
likely illustrated it with red.
It's possible.
It's
yes.
possible. She's just like,
You would know about it more than I, probably.
Yeah,
Slightly
she's-
red. Maybe.
she's making a guess here.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly red.
Do you want the description of that?
Well, actually, I'd like you to read it out to me because I'm trying to find something else right
Okay.
now. Because I don't have this alone.
It's some sort of water plant made into a red liquid. It's stored in a container of steel. So
And
in my mind, I'm not sure if that means that the plant is red or if it's like it ground up and makes red or if it's mixed with other stuff to make a red liquid.
water.
My character is unsure
Yeah.
at this point. But red water plant maybe is a good place to start.
Red water plant. Yeah, basically.
Just one I had something for this written down here.
Gotta get a magical field guide.
Did we ever rent the books? Because it was like a library.
Yes. It's
just
a
can't-
library.
Yeah. So you like paid like a small fee
Yes,
to
a
take them
small
out.
fee. And I did. It's for a week. Opal is going back to return her book.
Oh, we have to go back to collect the reward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Would she give it to us?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I guess you don't have to go back to the board. It's not a video game.
My life is like a video game, trying hard to be
You
consistent.
don't have to go back to the quest board to complete the quest.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Actually, so Opal, you rolled an unnatural 20
I rolled an unnatural 20.
well, no, wait, that was whenever you were looking earlier. Right now, you're just in a short rest and you're looking for this book.
Yes, yes.
So,
Do you want me to roll?
actually, no, because you're spending enough time with this book that you're skimming through, you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So there are quite a few like mushrooms and like you know that it is a like water-based plant. So like you're looking at the mosses and vines and kind of like algae and different things like that. You're looking at things that will maybe grow around rivers, not finding anything. Like humidity, muddy, like is there anything? No, nothing around like humidity. But then you get to a page in in a section about caves, and you find um, an article that is about this rare algae
Okay.
that grows around adamantium or adamantite or adamantine. Sorry, adamantine. Um, and it's called, appropriately so, adamant algae. And the article reads, adamant algae is a rare algae that grows in water gathered around adamantine. It produces a dark red liquid that doubles the natural healing rate for 24 hours. A typical pool, I guess I'm not to read the rest of that. Essentially, you are able to gather that this algae, when in water surrounded by adamantine or adamantine like inflicted water, that water will turn into a red liquid that has healing properties. Oh, I didn't remember.
Interesting. And that might be why it needs to be stored in some.
The steel container or something.
The steel is specific.
Where's it still?
Yes. So remembering the vial, reading further down into the article about refinement and using this healing effect, um, the effect becomes useless 30 minutes after removal from the pool, unless the liquid is stored in an adamantine vial, which will make it last for 1 month.
Oh, interesting.
And the algae itself will die if removed from this pool.
Okay.
So we can take the liquid, but not the algae.
And it has to be stored specifically.
In an adamantine container.
So in order to take it back to Selva, you either need to bring her here or bring her to the algae or find a way to get an adamantine vial.
definitely.
Okay.
But we'll get to that once the notes have been taken.
Yes, take your notes. We're all good. And little bits like this will be clipped out naturally. But in raw audio, this is going to be left in.
Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out how to draw this bandage without making it look filthy. Trust the process. I know it looks like moss / baby vomit.
You see?
I'll get there.
Trust the process. Oh, something else I want to let you'll know if you listen to the raw audio, there are some portions that can be really loud and some portions that can be really quiet, and I equalize those while I'm editing, so keep that in mind when you're listening. It can just be really harsh sometimes. But the adjustment of where y'all are sitting hopefully will help with that too.
It's my lab house.
Thank you, Director.
And my mountains too. And I'm sitting right next to
Oh yeah, towards the back.
I promise you were not very loud. I was just like I think Kayla's just a little bit quieter
Yeah,
than you, so I wanted to have Kayla a little bit closer. And with Cordelia's accent, it just was a little quieter whenever Rem was over there,
Yeah.
which is fine. It
Yes.
just might make it easier to
I don't mind the shuffle. It's fine.
Absolutely, we'll keep it
So
fresh.
can't
Yeah.
lie, I just lack self-confidence.
No,
So
that's okay,
that's
love.
why I get a little
No,
whispery.
you're okay. You're okay. So
Okay.
if it's easier to do, especially the fact that you're doing an accent at all is like commendable. So you're like good job already. But yeah, you're all good. Like you're doing amazing. How's note taking going?
Good.
So Opal, over the course of her long rest,
Yeah.
as you guys are, was there anything that anyone else was
It's a
doing?
short rest, right?
I mean, yes, short
Mhm.
rest. So like 20, 30 minutes. Um, we'll say that it takes you the full short rest
Yeah.
to find this information and kind of come to this thorough
Okay.
conclusion about what you were looking for and what you have to kind of look for to do what you
Yeah.
need to do. Um, Vaelan, you've been kind of off to the side
Mhm.
whistling. You said you're testing something.
Mm-hmm.
What are you testing?
I think she feels like she's being watched, or that there are um entities in these woods that she may not be able to see, and so she's just trying to test if anything will respond to her whistling.
Hmm. So you've been like kind of doing this like little whistle,
Mm-hmm.
this little tavern shanty you heard a while back, and uh, you don't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
You hear um the quiet rustle of leaves in the background as like animals like jump from branch occasionally, or the beat of wings as a bird takes off into the sky. Um, but your whistle is not met with the sight of a stranger looking in your direction or any sounds of anything coming back.
That relaxes her a bit, and she'd probably stop whistling shortly after that realization.
Yeah. She probably wouldn't spend her whole short rest doing this, though.
Mm-hmm.
What else would Vaelan do? Like, kind of resolving this, turning around, uh, you see the rest of your party, Cordelia tending to Dandelion, Slanga and Pickle are over in the woods, looking for berries, and Pickle's kind of running around some trees. Um, Opal is not currently visible, but you can assume that Opal's in the carriage, and Korinn is sharpening her blade.
Okay. I think, what would she do?
Or do you think that she would just stay off by herself for the rest of this rest?
I think she would stay off by herself. I think she probably sits down on the ground against a tree trunk, leans back, pulls out one of her daggers, and is just kind of like flipping it in her hands, like
Mm.
just.
Just kind of like a resting, but kind of waiting.
Mhm.
All right. Um, At the end of this short rest, you all kind of gather your belongings. Cordelia, you're getting Dandelion and kind of set back up and kind of prepping him, getting ready to make the last portion of this trip. And Opal, as you finally finish kind of gathering this information, you hop out of the carriage as everyone's packing up. Um, how do you reveal this?
I'm like, have any of you seen Slanga? Are you nearby?
Yeah, I'm like nearby and I can find.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I found something in the book that might be particularly used.
Oh, really?
Yes, I found this plant called adamant algae. And it's in a cave
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by adamantine, it is some kind of mineral, although I'm not quite sure about if it's a metal or.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be commonly known that adamantine is a very strong, durable material
Okay.
that armor is made out of.
So
Like, like specifically, I believe magical armor is made out of adamantine. It's a very indestructible metal. It's a very precious metal.
So not especially common.
No.
Is it especially rare or just
I mean, it's quite lucrative.
okay?
Certainly.
So it's not easily found. Yes.
But I mean, it is found
It
underground.
is around.
So,
yeah.
and
But it's not like, oh, I've seen that before. Likely.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. This is something that you'd have to actively go and look for.
Yeah.
we'd have to go
But
caving.
you know the approximate area of
Of-
where this cave may be,
of
or where a
approximate
cave that contains this may be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know where
Where to look for
Selva's
caves.
source
Yeah.
was looking for this stuff.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and you know Selva had access to it. It's just been
It's been a little while.
It's been a couple decades,
but not
last
longer
time she's
than
seen it.
not longer than the Earth has been alive.
Of course.
So so it's around.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah. It when it's in the water, it
Mhm.
releases a red liquid that has to be stored in adamantine to be transported, and it doubles your healing for 24 hours.
And you think, I mean, this sounds like it's
It
it.
sounds quite similar to what you're looking for.
How would we make a container? Does it
I'm
give on anything about
not
that? Or
sure. It said a vial.
vial?
But you know adamantine, it's quite expensive. But it's possible that if we do enough quests, something that we could possibly commission from some.
Well, that is a great start. Thank you.
Of course.
And all of us can hear this?
Yes.
Right. Can I, as
Like
well,
all of you are actively packing up your things, getting ready to set back out. So
Right.
you're all in the general vicinity.
can I, as Vaelan, try and rack my brain of any possible, like, sources via my privileged background, like if I know any high-ranking vendors or people who would have adamantine?
No.
No.
No. That even if so you know from like being in a capital that adamantine is very sought for.
Mhm.
That adamantine is often used for soldiers and that adamantine is often used for weapons, things that are really lucrative, especially in a military focused house. So like your house probably would have like quite a few weapons like in deep storage or like that are used for specific occasions for like, you know, great battles or something like that, or like magical shops that may carry things like that. But they're not cheap and they're not common, and especially wouldn't be common around here. Unfortunately, the area that you're currently in just doesn't really like you. There's nothing that you would know of because you're not familiar with this area.
And I think
It's
I was
not
trying
like
to say I was trying to think of like my connections back home.
Right.
it's not like they're-
Connections back home. I don't think that you have any direct connections to someone who like works with adamantine.
And how likely would they be to tell you exactly where they get their secret supply of
So my
it?
tribe was highly involved with trade. Would
Correct.
I possibly remember any region that might be involved with the trade of adamantine as a mineral?
Yeah. Roll a history check.
13 for 15.
Not bad.
Um, you traded primarily in gold.
Mhm.
Very much a luxury item. Often Adamantine doesn't have a huge trade like network.
Mhm.
It is occasionally like sourced by specific blacksmiths, and it can be like occasionally found within um like made into small nuggets that are sold by individual travelers, but it is not found in quantities large enough where you would have like a wholesaler for
It's like
Adamantine.
an auctioned item.
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
that lots of people want to have a very
Yeah.
It's a
small amount.
very
I'm just
it's
wondering
yeah.
if I would know where it came
Yeah.
from because I was
Mhm.
involved with that
Right.
trade.
Mhm.
So, not no,
Okay.
not directly, but like you would know that there isn't like a big trade network that like works with it, and you also know that you haven't seen like probably a lot of it. Like you maybe seen like a nugget or two come through like your clan's possession,
Mhm.
and whether it was used or not, then yeah. But y'all do have a general area of kind of
Yeah,
where to
we
look
have a
within.
triangle, a pretty big triangle, but
Pretty big
but
triangle.
it's
However, the closer you get, the more information you might be able to find by
Looking for
people
caves.
who
I
live
mean,
already
around.
it's
Sure.
the first quest and we've already found something.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Y'all are not even to the first NPC.
Yeah.
Information. Look at y'all.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Good on us. High five.
yeah, in character, I'm like high five, and you give me a high five.
Oh, yeah. Here's love.
Y'all are already roommates. You seem pretty chill.
Yeah,
So Vaelan was sitting off to the side for most of that short rest. Did Korinn take notice?
Um,
Or do you think Korinn
yeah.
noticed, of course?
I mean, I'm definitely still like stewing in my own anger.
Right. I was
Your own
wondering if
anger.
maybe Corinn would have felt any sort of way now that everyone's kind of coming back together after everyone's kind of been separate, or do you think Corinn's still kind of keeping it
Definitely still like keeping it to herself
in?
because it's not like we're all on this journey together to do this thing, so I don't want to
Yeah,
um
cause bad blood.
disturb the peace
Totally.
at the moment.
You don't want to distract people from.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but do not worry.
Huh.
It's-
All right.
the discussion will be had.
So, getting all of your things together, Cordelia, you kind of get Dandelion going back up, and he gets right back onto the trail, and he has he's not panting nearly as hard, and he seems like ready to go after he's had his long rest, as well as some food in his belly. Um, and you guys continue on your way. What kind of formation do you take as you continue on towards the state?
Vaelan's definitely striding somewhere in front.
Okay. Do you want to take like the lead like you did previously?
As she assumes she's gonna use like her position of privilege at some point and wants to stay in the front.
Okay.
I would definitely be towards the front just to like stay in front of the more vulnerable members of our party.
Okay.
I suppose I've swapped places with Vaelan then. If she is now up front, I am towards the back now.
Okay. So you're kind of staying towards the back of the
Yeah.
carriage. Okay.
I think I'd also stay towards the back, kind of bridge, bridge the gap between everyone.
Yeah. Do you think you'd remain in your carriage or walk outside it?
I think she'd still walk. I
Okay.
feel like she'd walk as long as she can.
Right. Right. Okay. And how about Opal?
I think that she's probably gone back up to the roof, but is like turned around to talk to Slanga about like the book, you know.
Yeah, kind of like going over the specific information that you're able to find.
I'll walk.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. And you continue on your journey. Is there any conversations that you would like to kind of play out as we're making our final leg to Lady Castell's estate?
Hmm.
No?
Vaelan's humming.
Valen's coming kind of in the front. Okay.
Just because.
Just cause
Vaelan doing
the same
Vaelan
tune.
things.
Humming the same tune that she was whistling earlier.
All right. So everyone just kind of continues on their way, and about 30 minutes later, maybe 35 minutes goes by, and you finally see, um, like, as the kind of dirt gravel road turns into like this white, pale pebble, uh, pale like pebble gravel road.
Hmm.
Smooth, small stones that are like kind of tightly packed and don't seem to move too much as the wheels uh like go from like this crunchy gravel to like this almost smooth cobblestone feel of this trail as it kind of fancies up as you guys see a large woodland mansion um start to come into frame before you. Um the the mansion is made of stone and wood. The main portions of the walls and kind of decorative, uh, like filigree and things are made out of wood and carved, like like carved portions. Uh, though most of the wood seems to be made of the same trees that you see around you, like kind of this classic oak, like kind of brown, dark brown, kind of umber looking. You also see peeking through in kind of the edges and trimmings this deep purple, but it's wood. Like there, it's like this nice, almost like a deep fuchsia of this wood, and you can easily tell by seeing the wood grain in it, and it like is unlike any wood that you've ever seen before, and it highlights every little like edge of the nice like columns that come up on the side as there's like these cobblestone stairs that lead up into the front entrance of the balcony. Um, and as you all kind of make your way in, the driveway, for lack of a better term, kind of widens into like this wide courtyard, and you are easily able to find a little place to hook up Dandelion to like this like kind of fence post, and in like there's not a whole lot as far as like the grounds. It looks like it's mostly kind of wilderness, like overgrown a little bit, but the direct foundation around the whole mansion is like neatly trimmed. It looks like they that this building was recently finished and they have not worked on the landscaping yet.
Interesting.
So like this is new. And as you guys approach, this is like a two-story mansion.
So big, but not.
Large, but not seemingly not the house estate.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Castell did describe this as her woodland manse, so this might just be
Right.
her private
Mm-hmm.
or a private place that she likes to escape to. But the house stands tall in front of you, and the five of you remain outside. What do you do?
Vaelan's rather unimpressed with it, given what she's seen in the capital. And she just goes, "Oh, how quaint."
Oh,
Oh, quaint.
Well, this does look like it's a fairly new building. We don't know its potential.
yeah, I like whisper under my breath, like, quaint. Like I'm like this is new to me. Like this is not, at least in my head, this is not architecture I'm typically
Oh, so you're
familiar
impressed. You're
with.
like, oh.
Or like a little bit. Yeah, I'm like,
Some
you know.
probably hasn't seen a whole lot of like
Mm-hmm.
well, like you've seen
I've
regular
seen it.
houses,
Yeah,
yeah, but like you
obviously.
don't really
Mm-hmm.
live within normal houses. It's like
Mm-hmm.
more nomadic tent kind
Yeah.
of things,
Mm-hmm.
or
So I'm impressed. Yeah, or I'm at least like big. Yeah.
it is quite
Mm-hmm.
big.
Yeah.
Even
Mm-hmm.
for a private residence, it's large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
So
there's
I'm like
probably
nodding.
at least
Like,
like
oh, quaint.
6 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
quaint.
How does Opal like kind of react to this area?
Uh,
What kind of vibes does it give off as like to her?
the purple wood is intriguing because it's certainly not something that you see very often. It's an interesting display of wealth if it's a wealth choice. Because like, why the wood? You know, like, but it is like a woodland fence. But mostly she's just thinking about like,
Oh, you're okay. It was me.
this is gonna be like interesting, basically, is what she's thinking. She's like, a relatively new construction. But yeah,
Who's the first to approach?
me.
Vaelan, you take the lead. Does everyone follow, or to kind of?
I'll follow you right after.
I'm still. I guess I'm in the back.
Okay.
Right.
Who
Cordellia,
has
follow.
the flyer
Yeah.
for our mission?
Hmm?
The like piece of paper that we took off the
Oh,
board.
Either Slanga or Opal, I believe.
no, I think it was me, because it was me and Ren.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all did.
Yeah, y'all should
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, because y'all went top pretty hard.
They took the goblin quest, not the goblin, the gargoyle quest.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's us.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Korinn and say, "You still have that piece of paper? We're gonna need that.
And I'm gonna pull it out.
May I?" Take it, I fold it neatly, and approach the entry of the house.
Okay. You kind of you climb the stairs, boots clacking against the stone as you're making your way up, and you find that you are actually not alone entirely. As you enter the balcony and kind of see this like inset kind of wide grand open door, there's like a guard, but he's not like well equipped with armor. Like it's not like misshapen or anything. Like it's like a metal armor, but it's like kind of a basic set. It looks almost decorative rather than actually functional. But he's still like he's like stood there, like almost a little bored looking. Holds a sword at his side, and there's a shield propped up against the wall. And he just kind of stands up and goes, "Welcome to Lady Residence. Um, how can we help you today?"
Is the lady of the house available for an audience? And then I would hold out this like piece of folded paper. I was like, me and my group here have accepted a request that she seems to have posted in the town square nearby.
Would you mind opening that for me?
And fold it, and then I hand it to him.
He doesn't go for it. He kind of just keeps his hand on his sword. He reads over it, and he just kind of gives a nod and goes, "That's Lady Castell's writing." Certainly. Please remain out here for a few moments as I go deliver the news and allow Lady Castell to be ready for it.
Of course.
Thank you. And he like steps back. He takes his shield off of the ground, and he takes a little key off of his belt, unlocks the front door, opens it, and kind of wides like as it opens, you guys see like there's like candles lit on like the sides of the walls and paintings and decorations and like benches like along the side of this open foyer kind of area. The door's immediately shut. You're not able to get any much more. And you hear the door lock and footsteps walk away. And you are left on the balcony of Lady Castell's.
I'm looking for evidence of goblins.
Okay. Where are you looking?
I'm gonna be looking like probably out in front of these like steps that go up and like also like around like I'm trying to be like, did they throw things at the house? Like so generally just at the house to see if there's any evidence of because she said they were like throwing things or something.
Yeah, like I believe they were throwing like rocks or something.
Yeah.
Like
For windows.
are there rocks? Are there broken windows? You know?
Yeah. Make a perception check as you kind of start to look around at the house. The balcony, you kind of look off the edge of the balcony. Is anyone else looking?
Yeah, I'm also
Yeah.
looking around.
Is everyone looking?
I think
Kinda?
so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm more still sort of
Like
like.
hanging by the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So everyone who's kind of looking for any evidence of goblins, go ahead and roll me a perception check. 7.
20.
Plus your perception.
A natural?
Oh god, what is your perception?
I think it rolled. That's
Oh, yeah. I was like, that's
Okay,
13.
so it
Yeah.
wasn't that great a roll.
It wasn't.
It was an 18. Okay.
Yeah.
13
Plus
two,
2.
15.
Plus 2 for the, what's it?
Because we're
15,
alone now.
so
The guard is
natural
gone.
20. Yeah, the guard is
Yeah.
gone. What'd you roll?
12.
12. Okay. 7, 12, unnatural 20,
15.
15. Okay. Um,
Unnatural 20.
Opal, you are able to like you kind of look off of the edge of the house and where the balcony kind of stops off, you kind of peek off the edge. You're able to see like one cracked window off to the left, and you're like,
Okay.
okay, so that's one of the windows. But you don't see anything else.
Sure.
Um, you both rolled a
12.
12 and a 15.
Mm.
Um, you guys also see the cracked windows, and as you're kind of looking around, you see like a few like rocks on the ground below, and as well as a few like metal uh like bits of like bits of a machine almost, like little metal bits that are just kind of lying on the ground along with the rocks that seem to be thrown, like almost like junk metal. Um, and like other than that, there's like you can see a few uh like changes in the grass as to where like some small creatures may have been moving, but you're not sure if they're goblin or if it could be a deer or other beasts that may have wandered through the this area. It is in the middle of the woods after all. Um, with your unnatural 20, looking around, you see the same things that they all see. But you kind of keep your focus closer to the house and looking along the the floorboards. Um, you notice on like the edge of like one of the wooden planks, there's like this tuft of um like fur that had got stuck on like the edge of like the fence kind of post. At, but it's up here on the balcony.
Interesting.
And yeah, this tuft of hair that seems to be closer to the front door, closer to everything else. Perhaps it belonged to a dog. Maybe the lady owns a dog, but it just strikes you as something that's different among like the very clean, just built kind of like it still has the smell of fresh like cut wood and like the setting of plaster. Like it still has that kind of smell even though everything is kind of decorated and things. It's still it has that new house kind of smell. So it's just out of place.
I don't think I would point it out yet, but I would keep it in mind.
Okay. And after a few minutes, the door kind of creaks open as you hear footsteps come in. And he comes back and goes, "Lady, we'll see you. Um, please be quiet as there are folks asleep at the moment. I will direct you to Lady Castell's meeting quarters." And he kind of turns around and he makes his way down the hall, kind of leading you guys. Or well, no, he would step off to the side as you all made your way in, and then he's going to lock the door behind you guys. Taking in the surroundings, you see red like banners. You see red carpet that kind of goes along the floor. A bright contrast to the deep, dark wood that is like inlaid into the floor and the like pale wood slats that kind of make the walls. Everything is made very meticulously. There was a lot of money that went into this house. But the material it is made out of is very, you know, easily destructive. And you wonder why such a um such a like vulnerable material was chosen in a place that has monsters within. You see paintings of various nobles that line the walls, women and men alike, mostly human. There is like the occasional like um, what seem to be like servants or close family friends that have had rank or file amongst the house that also have paintings. There's a like half orc man. There's an elven woman. There's just various nobles that are lined his walls. And as you get to the end of the hall, as this soldier is leading you all, or guard, I should say, he leads you up a series of stairs as you head into the second floor. The second floor is kind of the halls are a lot less grandiose as it kind of leads into like smaller rooms. But down this long corridor, you make it to this kind of final door, and he opens it. The opens easy, no unlocking necessary, and kind of like bows as you guys are like kind of guided in. And I'm assuming Vaelan will be on first.
Yes. Almost immediately, her whole body language changes. Standing up straight, shoulders back, chin up, and putting on her most charming smile she can. My lady. And she does a bow, very deep, before standing back up straight. And says, I hope we came at a good time.
Um, the room that you find yourself in seems to be a bedroom.
Mhm.
It is well lit. Candles like lie on a few desks, as well as you see a large like kind of canopy bed off to the side. The plush covers are not made, and off to the other side you see a kind of separate carpeted area with a chair and a fireplace off to one side as kind of like a warm area. And in that area you see Lady Robin Castell, a human woman with brown hair kind of brought into this like high bun that's kind of uh like very neatly folded into each other. And she's wearing like a kind of like a casual nice like noble dress. There's a she has the corset underneath, but there's like no lacing or extra pretty things. She kind of has a shawl over her shoulders as she stands from her chair and addresses Vaelan. Um, sorry, what was it you said right prior?
Um, my lady. And then I hope we came at a good time.
Time is just fine, my dear. Please come in. And she kind of quiet, like kind of like, this is come here kind of gesture as you all are invited into her.
It's an honor to meet you. And I bow my head a little.
And she seems to be on the older side, looking to be in about her like 60s, maybe 70s. But she seems well enough in her physical age, and she has a very like quiet nobleness about her. Um, and she kind of just holds her shawl and she seems like to shiver into it. Um, so the group of you accepted my request that I left in Seeker's Pass. Well, first of all, thank you. I I recently came into acquisition of my own private residence, and as gauche as it is nice and quiet place for my family to have some rest away from the hubbub. Unfortunately, I was not expecting as many goblins as there are out here, and it's been a group that's really been getting on my nerves. It's not been allowing us to sleep much. Um, have the group of you dealt with goblins before?
I can't say I've dealt with goblins, but I've dealt with fiercer foes. I'm at least capable that we can help you.
She kind of tilts her head as she looks over at you, and there's like a look of recognition as like she locks eyes with you, and she's like, Are you a Sand?
Yes, my lady, I am. Vaelan Serathorn, at your service.
Interesting.
I flinch.
I'm truly sorry that we couldn't be acquainted at a better time.
It it's okay. It's just that you remind me of school. Um, you you look very much like your mother.
Vaelan seems taken aback by this. But she seems to like,
Um,
thank you. That means a lot.
it seems to just be a sore subject. How is she?
My mother?
Yes.
You don't know?
What do you mean?
Um, my mother passed, unfortunately, during my birth.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fine. You can't really miss what you never had, but
I'm sorry. I
did you
just
know?
really haven't been out in a while. Most of the diplomatic uh, dealings are dealt with um, by my son. Um, I haven't really been out of the house for
I don't blame you for not knowing. After all, your home and my home, quite far apart.
yes, quite.
But did you know her well?
When I was better, yes. Um, unfortunately, these past decades have gotten me in quite the chokehold as far as my health is concerned. So I hadn't seen her since there was an anniversary ball of uh, the Treaty of the Houses, and that was one of my last appearances that I made, and I met your mother there. Um, she was quite an aspiring young woman at the time, and I I'm sorry you never got to meet her. I don't mean to make this all emotional. You guys are here for a much different purpose. But just just threw me for a little bit of a loop.
Any memory of my mother, even if it's not mine, is something for me to hold on to. So thank you.
Of course. Anyways, as far as business goes, yeah, unfortunately, in my old age, I very much need sleep, and I cannot get much rest with the pelting of rocks and stones against my bedroom every night. Is there something that a group of you can do? I'm I'm offering quite a bit. If I would rather this not go on at all. I don't know if it's the same group of creatures every night, or if it's different ones, or
Do you know about what time they start?
it's usually during the night, but sometimes I can hear like some sort of like laughter outside of my bedroom in the morning, and I'm not sure if it's that still there or if it's a different group entirely. Um, I've I've just been trying to keep everyone inside to be on the safe side.
Has any of your staff ever witnessed these goblins?
Unfortunately, many staff have not felt safe to stay around. Um, Gerard is my only guard that has remained confident enough to keep outdoor duty. Um, Gerard has said that he's seen a few of them on occasion, kind of going into the woods, but they seem to be average goblins to him. But uh, we we bring him inside at night to make sure that no one is left alone. Um, so we have not had any direct conflicts, but it's scared enough people off that I just have Gerard and a few other guards within the house to kind of keep eye on the halls. But other than that, we haven't had any direct confrontations.
Do you have any abilities that can cloak visibility?
I can make myself invisible.
I can do a minor illusion, which will not make you invisible, but I could be like, go look over there. Ooh, rustle, rustle in the trees.
Yeah, I can
thing.
make myself
No,
invisible.
that's useful because you can witness what's actually going on without endangering yourself.
I ask, why do you think they are antagonizing you? Do you have any suspicion? And when did this start?
Oh, it started a few weeks ago. I was hoping they would just stop, so I just didn't bother about sending the request. But over the past week, they've just been getting nonstop. At first, it was just a few nights out, like a few pebbles over like the course of a night, and then it started becoming, more often throughout the week, and then it started becoming every night, and it started becoming all night. Um, and it's just, what was your first question again?
Why do you have any suspicions why they might be antagonizing you and your niece?
M- Maybe we're in their territory. I'm unaware of what the terrain looked like prior to us uh, finding the time to build the manse. It
It does look like rather new construction. How long has it been here?
we finished construction only about a month or two ago. Or at
So this has been happening since you've built this place.
the very least.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
and
Was there any problems in construction? Any pushback from goblins?
not that I've been made aware, but I usually don't involve myself talking with the tradesmen very much. I usually have someone who's a little bit more knowledgeable about translating what I want. Um, as far as no, no, I think that um, and she kind of like trails off as she looks like she's just kind of losing her trail of thought. Um, yes. Um, is there any other information I can help you with?
Do you know what direction the goblins might have gone in?
Um, deeper into the woods, if I had to guess. I haven't seen any myself. I tend to stay away, and it's generally safer for me to prevent interaction with monsters directly.
Perhaps we should ask your guard.
Yeah. Would there be space enough here for us to stay for a little while we go on this quest for you?
Roll a persuasion check. Roll it with advantage, because you guys have been very disturbed.
What is
That means you roll
And
twice.
yeah,
Okay.
so roll your 20 twice.
I'm learning.
Yes. 10?
Not
You
bad.
have a modifier?
No, there's no modifier. 7. So 10.
Um, I have a few rooms. But I only just met the group of you today. Maybe if you come back with any further information and maybe a plan of what you'll do, I can let you stay the night. But until then, I would have to decline for now.
Well, I appreciate you even considering it.
I will say if you would like to leave any belongings that you do not wish to take out with you, there's still plenty of still plenty of day left for a little bit of investigation into the wood if you would like to be here. Perhaps we can provide you with at least some food before you go if you can not feel comfortable keeping your hair.
Would you at least feel comfortable with us being around during nightfall? I think we can pretty easily set up a trap for these goblins. At least catch one, interrogate.
You would not bring this goblin into my house.
Absolutely not. In fact, if you're comfortable, like with, I don't know, maybe staying somewhere really safe in your home, not just your bedroom, I would hate for a stray rock or something to crack your window and you get hurt, milady.
I can permit the group of you to remain on the grounds for the night, if that would help in your investigation. I would have to keep the house locked just to ensure my safety and the safety of my family. Um, Perhaps I can do that for the night, as the group of you look into what's going on. That shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you.
And should there be anything else you need before night falls, Jared is going to be at the door the entire rest of the day until dusk hits. Um, he should be able to relay any questions you have for me in the meantime. And if you need to speak with me directly before night falls, please do let him know. That way, I do think I should be. And she kind of like sits down back in her chair and she pulls her shawl kind of more over herself. I do think I need to rest. And is there anything else that you will need before I?
think we should start our investigation.
Absolutely. Vaelan takes another bow before standing straight back up and heading for the door to give her privacy.
Um, yes, please let Jared know if there's anything that, or I said Jared?
Did say Jared.
I think it's Gerard.
Gerard.
I kind of like Jared.
I've been accepting Jared.
We'll do Jared. Please find Jared if there's anything that we can get you, and if you require a meal and prior to nightfall, please let us know. We can have something prepared.
Would be much appreciated.
I'm going to take my rest.
Rest well.
I wish you all luck. Thank you. And just for clarification, I would not be home unless this is fully dealt with. I do not want this to become a problem again. Understood?
Understood.
Thank you. She just relaxes into her chair and you all make your leave. Jared is sitting right outside of the door, and as you all exit, he opens the door for you and closes it directly behind you. And how was the meeting with Lady Castell?
Enlightening. I think we could use this information to create a plan of action. But we do have some questions for you.
Yes, anything.
Let's get out of earshot of the lady. I wouldn't want to stress her out even more.
She's more than likely laying down to rest now. We can speak down in the foyer. And he leads you all down to the foyer. What was it that you would like to ask? I'm an open book, as for the most part.
So what have you seen, if anything, of these goblins?
Um, I've seen a few groups of them come in and out during the night, mostly. I kind of keep an eye on Lady Castell's side of the mansion from inside. She doesn't want me to go outside. And it's like 4 or 5 of them at a time. Um, they all kind of look different, and it's kind of I don't know what exactly they're doing, but they look like they're enjoying it, or sometimes they look a little angry at each other. But sometimes they just look like they're having fun in their own weird little way. Um, oh, one time I saw this big, like, like dog looking thing with them.
Hmm.
I couldn't see exactly what it was because it was at night, but it was large compared to them. It isn't there every night as far as I've seen, but I've seen it occasionally. I just couldn't tell you what that is.
That may be where the fur I saw outside came from. I saw a tuft of white fur.
Where?
Near the balcony.
Near the balcony, as in on the second story?
Is that where I saw it? Yes.
It was outside.
Yes.
It's
So
outside.
there's like like essentially kind of like how you enter into this apartment, how like there's a staircase leading up into the second floor,
Mhm.
and that's where the entrance is.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how this house is, but on a much grander scale.
Hmm.
Like grand
It smells
staircase.
like lycanthrope.
Grand staircase into that.
I smell it.
We don't.
Well,
It's a dog-like creature. It could possibly climb.
well, also, I mean,
Dog-like creature. I mean, this sickly lady.
um, so, uh, fuck, what was I? You're good, you're good. I just easily lose my train of thought. Um,
Oh, above table?
yes.
I do need to
We're
call it
wrapping
in like
up
30
30
minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
Heard.
Um,
We're in our investigation phase.
Yeah. Yes. And
what
it
was it you
was.
last said?
I said that I saw a tuft of fur on the balcony, and you said the second floor.
Yes, on the second floor.
Yes, the second floor.
So that means that they're getting a lot closer than
Then you
I
thought.
thought they were. Um, if they made it close to the front door, I couldn't tell you why they're doing that. Uh, that was quite strange. Um, was there anything else you had to ask me?
Is there anyone that could be going in or out during the night, perhaps unnoticed?
From inside?
Yes.
Um, not as far as I'm aware. I
You don't hear anything in the night?
No, I don't take every night shift. I generally am awake kind of near Lady Castell, and I peek into the bedrooms occasionally at night, but I don't usually take guard duty at night. It's kind of something I've been undertaking as a private thing to make sure Lady Castell is okay.
Is there any entrance in the mansion to the roof?
Not, I mean, from the interior?
From the interior or exterior, just any way that we could camp out in the roof so we could possibly see at night who's coming.
Um, I don't think that there is an easy way, but I think there might be an access panel
Okay.
that may lead out there,
Okay.
but I can't remember.
Okay, could you possibly show us?
Yes.
Can we take a look?
Yes. Did Lady Castell give you permission to go up there?
No, but we'd be happy to go ask her. Especially if it has to do with our quest. I'm sure she'd love.
But we could certainly come back a little later after we do some investigating.
She did give us permission to be around the grounds, at least at night, while we
Yeah.
hunt
Yes.
goblins.
So you are permitted to be on the grounds.
Mhm.
Well, I can go and quickly ask Lady Castell and see if it would be okay, and if I'm remembering correctly, she might be able to guide me to where the entrance would be as well.
Of course.
Um,
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Now would the group, if you mind, just stepping outside for a moment while I go and take care of
I have one question before.
that? Oh yes.
Um, she told us that you had possibly seen the goblins leaving at some point. Is that true? And if so, what direction? And could you point us?
Oh yes. He actually leads you outside really quick because like, and he goes to the left side of the balcony, like the front balcony, on kind of the same side that you guys saw that broken window. And as he kind of leans over the rail, he points in essentially the direct opposite direction of this wall, and it leads deeper into the woods. And he goes, I saw a couple of groups leave out that way, although sometimes they seem to go off. They kind of points like a little bit off into the other direction, but like it's still generally that direction. Like sometimes, like I don't know if they're heading to different places or if they're trying to like do it on purpose. Goblins usually in that small society. I wouldn't think so. Um, that's where I've seen them going. Although I don't really see, haven't got a chance to see where exactly they go. What was that second question?
That was
Oh, that was it? Okay. Um, yeah, so they headed that direction. Yeah, uh, if there's anything that you guys can do, or if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. I will go and speak to Lady Castell and see about that real quick. Was there anything else I could help you with before I have?
If she would prefer, I could also take a flight up there. I certainly don't think I would cause any damage to the roof.
Um, I mean, if it's just you, I'm sure that would be fine. If you just need a vantage point, I don't
Yes.
think I'd need to ask Lady Castell. It might be ideal, so I wouldn't have to wake her,
Yes, just to get a lay of the land.
of course. That should be fine. Let's keep an eye on you guys if that's okay.
Yes, certainly.
Of course. And he just stays out with you guys, and he's essentially just going to stay out here and just keep an eye on you guys while you guys are close by on the grounds. And if you have any questions, he's available. So you guys are free to walk the grounds.
Mhm.
Opal has permission to go up on the roof at the very least from Jared.
Yeah.
And you guys have a general direction about where the goblins were heading from. What would you like to do first?
Shall I take a quick look?
If you'd like.
All right.
Yeah.
I also like to like possibly look on the ground for goblin tracks or something. Maybe
Mhm.
using my like speech of beast and leaf to see if like any like small rodents or like plants can like show me to where some tracks are.
Would you be able to read me the wording of that one real quick?
Yeah, I'll read the actual wording instead of my abbreviation wording.
Yeah, it's okay.
Um,
I just like to be in an accurate mindset when it comes to plants.
yeah, yeah.
Like, what do plants know? What can plants communicate?
You have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts, plants, and vegetation. They can understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them in return. You
Mhm.
would have advantage on all charisma checks you make to influence them.
Right.
So, like, I'm asking them if they can lead me somewhere instead of like telling me something.
Right. Um, so
I'm also just looking for tracks.
right. So I'll have you first roll a survival check
Okay.
as you are looking around for traps, or I can have you roll perception, whichever you prefer.
You probably have a good modifier for survival.
My perception's even higher though. Yeah, I kind of went hard with perception.
19.
Oh shit,
Like
that's a
27?
27.
Yeah. All right.
These plants are putting down.
Oh no, this is just me looking, I think.
We're seeing some shit.
or is it a spell?
Okay, so the reason that oh wait, speech of beast and leaf, that's a trait, yeah, or like an
It's a trait.
ability. Yeah.
Or is it a
It's one of
Firbolg
my
thing?
Firbolg traits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So goddamn, 27. So
It's kind of ridiculous.
yeah, look, that's awesome. So you begin looking for like goblin tracks and are trying to look for little rodents or like trying to communicate in any way towards like asking for a direction of where these goblins could have gone. Um, Immediately though, you find that you really don't have to do that. There seem to be a set of in like punched in kind of areas where like uh like the same things that Mercury and Cordelia had seen earlier, like these imprints of like creatures that had been like standing in one place for a while or like moving around. There's like the grass is kind of like moved off to the
Mhm.
side. It's like a little bit longer grass than like you would normally want to have for like an average
So you can
like
see the
over
imprint
ground.
of something.
Like something stepped on
You can,
it
yeah.
and it is now creased. And like that
And you can
is
see
like the
that.
footstep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're like little small footsteps. They kind
Mhm.
of lead further into the woods. And as you kind of go closer to these tracks, it kind of leads deeper into foliage. You can continue to see this kind of disturbance as like it looks like the normal scattering of foliage looks random on purpose because it's just how things fall because of gravity.
Yeah.
The way the trail that you see essentially is like a lot of these leaves moved off to the side as there have been beings walking through. And you can kind of see a vague kind of disturbance trail as it goes deeper.
Like a
Squish
well-worn
leaves,
path.
you know.
Not a well-worn path, but a recently used path.
Okay.
Like there's like thick like foliage and leaves on the ground that are like crunched in or moved to the side because something ran through here or moved it to the side on purpose or like just kicked it or whatever. It is just a disturb.
Okay, well, I actually, I also have this Wild Cunning spell, which says if there are any tracks on the ground within range, you know where they are. So I didn't have to do, but whatever. You can, and you make wisdom, why does it say in parentheses survival checks? Whatever. In parentheses
Because it's a
survival.
survival check,
Okay.
not a wisdom.
I see.
The survival check is a wisdom
Got it.
based
Yeah,
check.
yeah. You make wisdom, in parentheses survival checks to follow these tracks with advantage for 1 hour or until you cast the spell again.
Interesting.
So I have like an easier time following tracks. So I want to use that spell. So like
How long does it last?
an hour or until I use it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you actively going to be following these tracks?
I mean, I guess like I will ask. I'll ask the party like,
Yeah,
should
like
we
as
follow?
soon as you cast this
It's
spell,
yeah.
it's going. So yeah.
Do we think? So I found some. So I relayed to everyone that I found these tracks, and I'm asking, do we think we should follow, or is there more investigating that needs to happen?
Before we do that, I think we should make a plan.
Okay.
We are possibly going into these creatures' home base. And also, I have an idea for what we could do next. I'm thinking a trap, an ambush. Opal, do you think you could hide yourself very easily on the roof?
I think it's possible I could hide myself. The purple of the wood might match with the purple of my cloak, but if I fly over them, they will not hear me come.
As
Silent flight.
I'll
So you could just
definitely,
fly over. Yeah.
let's definitely keep that in our back pocket. That is certainly an asset. And Slanga, I overheard you talking earlier about making yourself, disguising yourself, making yourself invisible.
Above table, is it a bonus option? What did it say? It's hidden steps. Hidden step. Where did I put that? Oh, it is, yeah, hidden step as a bonus action. So I think it's definitely during combat that I can use that, or
What?
hidden step.
What
It's a bonus action.
What does it do?
Um, as a bonus action, you can magically turn invisible until the start of next turn, or until you attack, make a damage roll. Participate some way in combat, basically.
Essentially, that is not really useful outside of combat.
Yeah.
It can be used outside of combat, but essentially all that it would do is
Make you
turn you invisible for like 6 seconds,
Yes.
and then it would make you visible again, or until you did something else.
Yeah, within that 6 seconds.
Right. So it's mostly used during combat.
So not
application,
terribly,
probably not.
not terribly useful,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I believe.
By the way, anything that says action, bonus action, whatever, can be cast at any time.
It's
just that if you're playing in your turn, that's the restriction that you have. Or like even if we're like not in combat, but I'm like, hey, we're going into turn-based mode right now. That means that we have movement rules. That means that we have actions. That means we have bonus actions. Yeah, just for ease.
But this one
if
is
we're
6
not in
seconds.
turn-based, don't worry.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
If it says you're until your next turn or something,
It's
the
6
duration
seconds.
is 6
Yeah.
seconds.
So unfortunately, you did hear that right, but unfortunately, it doesn't I cannot do
Check
this
your
bullshit
god.
very
He said
long.
that it was only 6 seconds, actually.
We could all go on the roof if Lady Castell was okay with it and ambush them from above.
Well, here's
It's
what
quite
I'm
a height.
thinking.
Yes.
I'm big.
You
It
might
is.
be able to make that jump, but I'm not sure our friends will.
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
Maybe not Vaelan, but everyone else could.
What I'm thinking.
You just pick Vaelan up.
We have 3 individuals that
Bro, Cordelia.
Like literally. Like a literally.
Like a catapult.
well, that's what I'm thinking.
Fluff.
We have muscle and reconnaissance. We could have Opal, Slanga, and Cordelia hidden, stealthed away somewhere on the lookout while we ambush these goblins when they decide to attack. Then we can subdue them, question them, maybe even negotiate.
Perhaps.
Sounds like a plan to me. Instead of following them into their own trap, we wait for them to come tonight.
Well, I certainly think we should follow it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just to see what we're dealing. They mentioned multiple groups.
Mhm.
and much
Mhm.
combat
How long until night? How long until night is there?
I would say you guys are at about like we'll hit like the equivalent of 3 to 4 o'clock.
Okay, so we have some
A few
time.
hours until night.
We have some time until. I like your plan. I do think we should do it, but I agree that maybe we should at least see where these tracks lead to, or at least maybe follow until we have an idea where they lead to.
And my concern is how do we know they'll be friendly as we approach?
We make a
They
plan for
certainly will.
combat. You've said you've hunted before.
I'm back.
We're just hunting goblins. I have plenty of experience leading hunting groups.
You afraid of some goblins?
You're taller than me, right? So, Vaelan just kind of like side eyes you a little bit, smirks a bit, and I say, I wouldn't dream of it.
So are we in agreement? Form a hunting party to follow these tracks.
I think it should be more intel than hunting.
Mm-hmm.
It might be wise
Mhm.
to go stealthily.
But be prepared for combat.
Yes,
Certainly stealthily, on foot. Of
Mhm.
course.
Who would join?
Would you like me to scout the area first? See what I can see from the roof?
Sure.
You can fly in the direction of the tracks.
Mhm.
See if you can see anything through the wooded area.
Maybe, but we'll see.
Just fly to the roof and see
Yes,
if you
I'm
see
gonna
anything.
like. We're in like a tree line right now, probably.
Yeah.
Like we're in the canopy.
So essentially, the canopy does not entirely cover the like roof. This area like kind of comes over a little bit on the corners, but it's essentially kind of a clearing about around the building.
But the trail heads into a canopy.
The trail heads into a canopy, heads further and deeper into the woods, but the canopy is not thick enough where you can't see it from above.
But you'd be able to see smoke stacks or maybe limited vision from the canopy. That's what you're saying now.
Yeah.
So going to the roofs.
So Opal will she'll walk out into the clearing a little bit more so she can get the wingspan necessary to make the
Furrow out a little bit.
Like how we all did it.
yeah.
It's cool.
I wish I could wait. Why doesn't I think when you do that, Pickle like looks out on my shoulder and like does the same thing and then maybe follows you.
Always pick up flying to the roof. That's cute.
Vaelan kind of like looks at her like her own back. It's like
Your little wings.
Yeah.
it's kind of like
You do like and like your wings like they like kind of like flutter like a little. They have like a little bit of move, but they're never going to like be able to actually move you unless you use your Aasimar abilities. So you can flavor that however you'd like.
well, are my like I thought my wings weren't visible right now, like they're underneath some armor.
They might be.
Oh, I guess they.
Yeah.
I guess they
It
would
might,
be. Yeah.
it might be.
Under the
It might
cloak.
be tailored armor. The wings are exposed, but the cloak is covering it.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Anyways,
So like, Vaelan
one
kind of
wing
like
response, two more wing responses.
Let's go.
and then you all fly up to the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up to the roof. I don't think Opal would entirely realize that Pickle has decided to join.
Yeah, and it's just like the thing. Like once he realizes they fly, like he follows.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's going. I'm like,
Yeah.
go.
Follows up behind you, and like you land up on the roof, and as you like kind of turn and like kind of perch up on like the edge trim of the kind of roof of the house, you see Pickle coming up, following behind you, and he has like that kind of like happy dog kind of look to it, and like and he like
Uh-huh.
and it lands like right next to you, and
Mhm.
he kind of goes into like a playful like as like he's looking around at the ground, like kind of looking like he's helping you as well.
Mhm.
What are you looking for as you're up here?
I'm looking for clearings. I'm looking for like
In the direction of the
yeah. I'm looking
Yeah.
mostly in that direction.
Right.
I'm looking for clearings. I'm looking for, like Slanga mentioned, a smokestack.
Mm.
It's still quite high in the day, although I suppose at night you might be able to see if there was a fire a little bit easier from the height. But
Okay, so
mostly
you're just
she's-
looking for like openings where a camp potentially.
Yes.
Essentially. Okay, yeah. I'll have you roll a perception check.
Can Pickle be looking too?
Sure. Do you want to have Pickle give the help action, or do you want to have him look separately?
Help. Let's have
Help.
help.
Okay, you have advantage.
Very true.
Pickle is giving you some emotional
Sorry.
support. He's helping you out. Like he's looking around, and it kind
Who?
of
This would be
gives you
15.
kind of gives you some warmth as he like
For-
wagging his tail and looking around.
11? Is that a
11.
9?
No, that's a 6.
Oh, so it's
so
eight.
it would
So
be 8.
15.
So let's go with the 15.
So 15. Okay. So looking around,
Pickle.
Pickle's like kind of like hovering, flapping his wings, kind of looking around as well, and he kind of gives a little like almost like a yip, but it's not like a growl or anything, but it's
Just makes
like
a noise. Yeah.
and like
uh-huh.
kind of points in a direction, and you see in like the far distance, you see like a thin smokestack, and you see a second smokestack right behind it. It looks to be like a few miles out in the distance, but it's in kind of like the essentially almost perpendicular to where you guys are at the house
Yeah.
from that wall, but a little off to the right. It's further into the woods, about 2 or 3 miles.
Okay.
But there's some sort of camp over there.
I'm gonna
Maybe multiple.
hop to the edge a little bit. I'm gonna call down and be like, there in the distance, and I point in the direction.
Yeah.
Two smokestacks.
I love that. And like you guys can see it from the ground, of course.
Uh-huh.
Points in a direction
Of the
of
tracks.
of well, kind of the tracks, but the tracks like aren't like they're not like exactly lining up.
Yeah.
But who knows what
In that
trails could be in that region? But they're in general
in the direction that we were
direction.
looking,
Yeah,
that he sort of
More than-
pointed us in,
yeah.
sort of.
more than likely that
Yeah.
that's probably a direction you have to go,
Mm-hmm.
All right. And she's gonna look down.
or at least
Smell
one direction. Maybe.
Pickle's still on the roof.
Yeah.
If you went down, then Pickle would follow you.
Yeah.
But if you're still
Gonna do a little interaction. With
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
no,
yeah, yeah.
if you're still up there, then he's
Uh-huh.
still up
Yeah,
there.
y'all are chilling.
Yeah, I just look down at him and I'm like, go like that, like you do a cat.
Uh-huh.
Oh, like putting your hand up.
Uh-huh. He
Like,
like
kind of
approaches
above.
you and then like nuzzles your hand and then like scrambles up your arm like onto your shoulder.
Like kinda using his claws
Uh-huh.
to climb up your
Mhm.
like is it like a coat that you have?
Yeah,
Gently, but like
Bolero.
I don't know about gently.
I mean like how like a cat like, like climbs up you, like it doesn't hurt, but like he's climbing.
Give her like a little bit, but
You know, have you ever? This is a weird question.
I am
Minus
How's an
1
alligator?
HP.
yeah, I have.
You have, you know how their claws feel, like
Yeah.
kind of dull, but they're long.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like if they actually pressed into your skin, they would like there you would feel like a small pressure. That's what the
You can feel the pressure.
Yeah, I can
you can feel the
this.
pressure
not
as he's like
painful.
grabbing onto you and climbing you,
This
but it's
lizard.
not
This
actually.
lizard, this winged lizard, yeah.
This winged lizard climbs you
Yeah.
and like kind of gets up on under your shoulders. Wraps his tail kind of around the other side of you.
Are you chill with this?
Your
It's just lazy bastard. But I don't know if she says that out loud. She's
Uh-huh.
like,
Just gives him a little like,
He's
huh?
like little kind
Yeah.
of rubs into your
Aw.
And she's like,
oh.
it's kind of cute. Yeah, and then she's gonna like flare her wings and glide down to the ground.
Yeah. You glide right down and you land right next to your friends.
We're gonna be protect Pickles
Well,
tomorrow.
I don't know about friends, but you
Next
got
to the crew.
next to the crew.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here just so we can kind of end it at a good place.